Tom Brady, Super Bowl MVP 7 times.
That is Drunk Tom Brady. I am Brandon. I haven't slept in 48 hours because I've got a sick baby at home, Perna. I'm barely hanging on, but guess what? I'm still here.
We're still here! We're still here!
No, that was actually a Joaquin Phoenix reference, but considering we'll be talking about Tom Brady and the Bucs winning the Super Bowl and their celebration, that's probably more appropriate. Dote. Drunkest of all time, Tom Brady. Now, he got hammered at the Buccaneers boating extravaganza Super Bowl victory parade on water, and it was pretty awesome. This is the most I've ever liked Tom Brady. I now know for sure I'm better at drinking than him, and I take pride in that. Now, Tom could barely stand up celebrating his 7th Super Bowl win, and Rob Gronkowski showed up carrying a case of Dasani water. What fucking world are we living in right now? Tom Brady, too drunk to stand. Gronk, super hydrated. All that H2O didn't stop Gronk from dancing like your dad after his 3rd seltzer at the family barbecue. I'm sure his dancing will escape Colin Cowherd's criticism, as will Tom Brady's backwards hat. What Tom won't escape is me destroying his Lego head here on this YouTube channel. We did it. We raised over $10,000 for the Alzheimer's Association. Thank you guys so much. I will provide updates as to when we will be massacring this stupid sculpture, this lack of art, and turning it into something beautiful, a million little pieces. But raising over $10,000 in about a month for charity is amazing. So thank you guys. Today we're gonna talk about the Bucs boat parade, Patrick Mahomes using a bus to throw his teammates under, and now tackles are demanding trades. All of that on That's Good Sports. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. I will have Patreon shoutouts at the end of today's episode. I got a bunch to catch up on, I know. Today's episode is sponsored by buyraycon.com/thatsgood, which will blast 15% off of your order of Raycon earbuds. Little friends for your ears. It's why they're called buds. Raycon is disrupting the world of big tech earhole sounds with their perfectly designed earbuds that are half the price of other premium wireless earbuds. You get an array of color options that fit snugly into any earhole size. Raycons are wireless and do not have any weird-looking stems protruding from your skull, and a 45-day free return policy. Now, my home office is close to the nursery, so I've been using them while I edit, so I don't wake the baby, even though she's not sleeping right now. I've put my pair through the ringer, and they are still cranking. So click my link in the description box or go to buyraycon.com/thatsgood to get 15% off your order. These bad boys sync easily with Bluetooth, give you 6 hours of playtime, and honestly, with the case they come in, they always seem to be charged. Just like my credit card. Now, the end of this football season has given us some iconic moments. So I ask, who would you rather? Drunk Tom Brady or pickup truck Aaron Rodgers with a case of beer? Both of these guys are from California, but I think Rodgers is officially now considered a Midwesterner. Everyone thinks that Tom Brady doesn't drink that often because of his strict diet, and that's why he got so drunk. That's not true. And this is actually something I really respect about Tom Brady. He knows that every time he gets drunk, #KidHitler will also trend on Twitter. I have never seen Drunk Brady and Kid Hitler not trending at the same time, and neither have you. So say what you want about Tom, but even he wouldn't open mouth kiss Kid Hitler. Now, Brady's social media team had fun with his drunken walk of fame, tweeting out some recycled joke about avocado tequila. That's cute, I guess, but Playoff Lenny is out on Twitter dropping some real funny shit. He said, "It's so hot out here, the sun got me seeing things. I thought JPP had all of his fingers just now." Yes, That is the Twitter content I signed up for. Now, Leonard, say something about Antonio Brown's checkered past. Or roast Adrian Peterson before he comes and steals your job. Everyone is going to want to play in Tampa Bay next season, like Adrian Peterson. The Patriots sort of had the same draw, but they had this boarding school vibe, and guys just dealt with it. Bruce Arians runs the Bucs like a frat house, and that is literally appealing to every guy in the NFL. Every man on earth, really. It's the time we wish we could all go back to. Now, Tom Brady, at this parade, carelessly threw the Lombardi Trophy from his new $2 million yacht to another boat where Cameron Brate reeled it in. Now, Brate said that was the best catch of his life. He went on to say it wouldn't have been had Tom targeted me one fucking time in the red zone in the Super Bowl. But whatever, I'm just happy to win. Now this throw is another example of Tom's receivers catching anything he throws their way. Meanwhile, Patrick Mahomes looked at this in envy, thinking, I would have run around my yacht at least 3 times and then dove off the side before throwing that trophy, only to watch it probably bounce off of Tyreek Hill's face. I've got a long nautical history in my DNA, and all I'll say is that real men drive their own yachts, Tom. Now, as lame as Super Bowl 55 might have been, I think all Super Bowl victory parades need to be held on something other than dry land. All of those party boats out on the water look pretty badass, like a grown-up spring break without the risk of STDs. Florida water is great because I dig the increased risk of a surprise gator attack in this scenario, or poisonous snakes, or the wildest animal of all, random Florida man attacks. But just like in the Super Bowl, the one animal they weren't worried about was the honey badger. They're useless on water. Now from Tampa to Orlando, Brown Jr. That's a good segue. That is a really good segue, Brandon. The Ravens tackle, Orlando Brown Jr., has requested a trade. This would be a pretty big move if it does happen. Brown is 6'8" and a 2-time Pro Bowler who wants to play left tackle. And there are plenty of teams out there that need a good left tackle. Now, Brown played right tackle until Baltimore's Ronnie Stanley got injured. When Stanley returns, he'll resume his role at left tackle, forcing Brown back to the right side. I have no idea why anyone would want a harder job, but I respect that Brown knows what he wants. Now, Eric Fisher, of course, tore his Achilles very late this season. That's a tough injury to recover from. So Brown might be at the top of the Kansas City Chiefs wish list. Philly needs help at that position, but maybe the Seahawks show Russell Wilson the love he desires and they make a move for Brown. That would be a big peace offering from the Seahawks front office, who apparently aren't happy with Russell Wilson. But the problem there, Seahawks, they gave away all of their first-round draft picks for Jamal Adams. But there's got to be something of value somewhere in Seattle to make a deal. Houston, back to the Texans. We're going to talk about them every week. The mass exodus there continues. Texans president Jamie Roots resigned from his position, which is probably smart. I know, you're probably tired of hearing about the Texans. So am I. I wish they would just hurry the fuck up and trade Deshaun Watson already. Then relegate the Texans to the XFL and put an expansion team in San Antonio. Problem solved. I'm starting to seriously worry about the Texans, and it's getting to the point where the NFL might have to step in if the Texans keep slowly morphing into a Christian megachurch. I think you can hold whatever beliefs you like, as long as they don't harm anyone else. But I also am a firm believer in the separation of church and football. I also struggled to grasp how Jack Easterby, a dude who would get booed off the stage at any open mic, managed to use his C- charisma to rise from team chaplain to the most powerful man in a $3 billion company. It's what you might call Machiavellian or talented Mr. Ripley-ian, but without the homoerotic overtones between Jude Law and Matt Damon. The one thing that movie needed, to win the Oscar was more homoerotic overtones between Jude Law and Matt Damon. Yeah, that would have been the perfect film. Jamie Roots was wise enough to jump ship. And with apologies to Texans fans, I hope Deshaun Watson is able to do the same, even if it's not with my team. Because that ship in Houston is sinking faster than Chris Godwin's phone at the Buccaneers parade.
Hey Verizon, I know somebody gonna get this to you. My boy Scotty dropped my phone in the water at the Super Bowl parade. Yo, I need a new phone. I need a new shit. Hook me up. That's one of the best receivers in the league right there.
Now, much has been made of Patrick Mahomes' Super Bowl post-game interview.
Yeah, I just think we weren't on the same page as an offense in general. I wasn't getting the ball out on time. The receivers were running routes not to exactly where I thought they were going to be at. And the offensive line, they did good. They were good at sometimes, and sometimes they let guys through. And when you're playing a good defense like that, you got to be on the same page as the offense, and we weren't today. And that's why we.
Is Mahomes right? Partially, but as a quarterback, you don't want to say that. You let your wife do it, Patrick. Mahomes was oddly impressive in a loss, but it doesn't mean he didn't do anything wrong in that game. The Buccaneers, now their players were also in awe of Patrick Mahomes and all of his incompletions in the Super Bowl.
Mahomes is unbelievable. Yo, he is a magician. I'm convinced.
I like that they called him a magician because after that press conference, he just made his receivers' loyalty disappear. Mike Pettin has been hired as the Bears' defensive assistant. Is that a real job in the NFL? I don't know. This is in stark contrast, though, to the NFC Championship game when he served as the Buccaneers' offensive assistant at the end of the first half. And of course, Tom Brady's offensive assistant for his entire career. The Dallas Mavericks have decided to stop playing the national anthem before basketball games. And the reason might just surprise you. I'll reveal that after the break. Oh, yes, right, this is not sports radio, damn it. Mark Cuban decided to stop playing the national anthem after Mavericks games because he realized fellow Shark Tank co-host Mr. Wonderful gets a royalty every time that song is played.
This is definitely a royalty deal, okay?
Cuban added that after Texas succeeds from the Union, they'll need a different song anyway. Now, one final time, drunk Tom Brady. Yes, I know I'm a little late with the Patreon shoutouts, but here they are, big dick Patreon shoutouts. Saints are low-key Broncos fans. Cadenip, Joseph A. Romero, Robert Barrett, Blue Ridge Mountain Plumbing, now at $178 per month, the best plumbing in Central Virginia, baby. John Budnick Band, Christopher Macy, Christian Martinez, Brandon Perna can eat my ass anytime. I, Brandon Perna, just pooped my pants. A lot of butt jokes here. Evan Howell, Brian McFadden with the $20 donation, Mike McClintock, ooh, my favorite Veep character, Hayden Plays, and Lindsay Babout. Fuck. I'm gonna be on her podcast next week and I don't know how to say her last name. The Broncos Brawl podcast, that is. Shh. Thanks for watching That's Good Sports. Subscribe here, YouTube, do it. I'm on Twitter at Brandon Perna. And my coffee company at Benchwarmer Brew. Follow those socials.